Hi, I'm Gidon from technologyman.com. LG's TONE Free T90Q wireless earbuds have Dolby Atmos sound with head tracking, and their exercise-focused TONE Free Fit TF8Q have a silicone fin for more secure fit and an IP67 waterproof rating, both useful features for workouts. Both these new earbuds have upgraded active noise cancellation, long battery life, a UVnano charging cradle that cleans your earbuds whilst they're charging, and a clever plug-and wireless feature that lets you use your wireless earbuds with devices that don't have wireless support. I'll run through all their features before testing their sound quality, which you'll be able to experience for yourself. And you'll be able to listen to their microphone quality for phone calls and hear just how effective their active noise cancellation is too. Please be sure to like this video if it's useful to you, and subscribe if you want to see more in-depth tech reviews like this. So let's take a closer look. Both sets of earbuds arrive in eco-friendly packaging and include smaller and larger ear tips, and there are also smaller and larger fins for the TF8Q. So you should be able to get the right fit for your ears. There's also a USB-A to USB-C charging cable and the USB-C to 3.5mm aux connector for the plug and wireless feature that I'll discuss shortly. LG do include user guides, but they're tiny. I have the T90Q in white, the earbuds in gloss white, and their small capsule case with a matte white finish. The case has a battery status LED at the front with a UVnano LED that lights up when this feature is active. There's a USB-C port around the back, and there's a switch for the plug and wireless feature. I have the TF8Q in black. The earbuds have a matte finish and they come in a textured matte case that is a little larger than the T90Q. It's around the same thickness but wider and weighs around 6 grams more at 56 grams. The case has the same exterior features as the T90Q. The TF8Q earbuds are around 1 gram heavier than the T90Q at 12 grams. You can see the dimensions of both cases on screen. Both earbuds look good, but the T90Q feel a little more premium, and I personally prefer their design. But that will come down to personal preference. The T90Q has the short stem design compared to the in-ear design of the TF8Q. To make the most of these earbuds, you'll need to download the TONE Free app available on iOS and Android. As well as configuring your earbuds, you can use the app to pair with additional devices. You need to enable multi-point and multi-pairing mode, tap on the plus icon, and then tap on Enter Pairing Mode. You can pair up to 5 devices which are displayed graphically in the app, and you can tap through to quickly see which devices you've previously connected to and delete any you no longer need, a nice little feature. They also support multi-point pairing, so you can be paired to 2 devices at the same time, and the earbuds will automatically switch to the active device. So if you start playing music on your iPhone and then start watching a YouTube video on your iPad, they'll seamlessly switch across. I found this a particularly useful feature, and it worked well with both earbuds. Initially, I couldn't find any way to pair the earbuds with additional devices without using the app. But it is possible. With the earbuds in their case and the case open, tap and hold on either earbud for a few seconds. The case's front status LED will start flashing blue, ready for pairing. The app also shows you the battery remaining of both the charging case and earbuds, and lets you switch between ANC and Ambient Sound mode, adjust EQ, toggle autoplay and pause when you remove an earbud via their optical sensor, and you can install any firmware updates. There's also a graphical user manual, and you can customize the touchpad buttons. By default, a single tap of either earbud will play or pause your music. A double tap of the left and right earbud will adjust the volume down and up respectively, and a triple tap of either earbud will skip a track. Tap and hold to toggle between ANC and Ambient Sound mode, which is accompanied by an audible prompt. I really like the TONE Free Lab menu that lets you try out experimental features. Currently you have the UVnano feature activate even without charging the case, and the T90Q have an interesting whispering mode that I'll demonstrate shortly. The T90Q have a further 2 features missing on the TF8Q. You can enable the Dolby head tracking mode, and there's a TestMy best fit feature to check you have the right size ear tips installed and that you've inserted the earbuds correctly. Both charging cases have a 390mAh battery, which takes around 2 hours for a full charge. The T90Q earbuds each have a 51mAh battery with a spec'd 9 hours of battery life without ANC on and 5 hours with it enabled. The TF8Q earbuds each have a larger 68mAh battery for a slightly longer 10 hours of playback with ANC off and 6 hours with ANC on. They both charge in around 1 hour inside the case, and a 5-minute charge will provide 1 hour of playback. Both charging cases will completely charge the earbuds at least twice. LG quote 29 hours of total playback with the T90Q and 30 hours with the TF8Q, with ANC off. The T90Q case also supports wireless charging with any standard Qi wireless charger, something missing on the TF8Q. The plug and wireless feature works with both sets of earbuds. You can use this feature with devices that don't have Bluetooth, for example mini TVs, on a plane, or here I'm using them on my desktop PC. Just connect the supplied USB-C to 3.5mm cable to the earbuds charging case, and the 3.5mm jack to the output of your device. For instance, the headphone port on my desktop PC, although I need to use this 1/4" adapter for my Evo 4 headphone jack. Then slide the plug and wireless switch to the right and you can now hear sound via the earbuds wirelessly. You can still use the ANC and Ambient Sound modes, and some of the tap controls still work, like double tapping to adjust volume. A single tap mutes audio rather than pausing it, in YouTube and YouTube Music at least. There is some significant audio lag though. I hope that can be improved with a firmware update. The T90Q earbuds have 11mm graphene drivers which help them deliver very good bass for wireless earbuds, with still plenty of clarity in the mids. And you can adjust their sound to your taste very easily in the app with the various EQ presets. LG has again partnered with Meridian to tune these presets, and they've done a good job. I quite like the default immersive EQ profile for a lot of music I listen to. There's also a more balanced natural mode, and also bass and treble boost presets too. The 3D soundstage is intended for watching films or sporting events, and is quite effective at generating a virtual surround sound experience. The T90Q have aptX support, but more interestingly Dolby Atmos support for enhanced surround sound audio. It took a while to work this out, but on an Apple device you need to change the device type of the earbuds to headphone in their Bluetooth settings to enable Dolby Atmos support. I confirmed this in the Apple Music app, which displays Dolby Atmos with a supported track and these earbuds, but doesn't without this enabled. I also tried playing back Dolby Atmos content on Netflix. I couldn't see any visual cues that it was enabled like I get with my AirPods Pro, but as with Apple Music, Dolby Atmos encoded content sounds very good. There's also a YouTube video from Dolby that shows off this sound technology quite well. I'll provide a link down below. If you enable Dolby head tracking in the TONE Free app, as you move your head from side to side and up and down, you'll still hear the audio from directly in front of you, as if you're at home in front of the TV or at the cinema. The head tracking works with any content, not just Dolby Atmos, it just won't be as accurate. I'm not a fan of head tracking for listening to audio, but watching films or music videos it definitely does provide an impressively immersive experience. The TF8Q have smaller 6mm drivers and don't have the full-bodied sound and clarity of the T90Q, but still sound good. You don't get Dolby Atmos and Dolby head tracking, or aptX for that matter. You can still adjust EQ with the same 5 Meridian tuned presets. Both sets of earbuds let you create 2 custom EQ presets, with 8 sliders covering low, mid and high frequencies. I generally found the built-in profile sounded better, to me at least, but it's nice to have that level of customization available. I've used quality binaural microphones to record how both these earbuds sound, so you can hear how they sound yourself. I've also tapped through the various EQ profiles so you can hear what effect these profiles have. You'll need to listen with decent headphones for the best experience, and even then this will only be an approximation to actually hearing them in person, but I hope it's still useful. Feel free to skip these sound tests using the chapters I've created if you're not interested.
The leaves are turning brown. I'm still looking for you. The snow is falling down. I'm still searching for you. I never thought it through. Always thought it would be me and you. I never really thought it through, but I won't stop searching for you. But it won't keep me from finding you. I never thought it through. Always thought it would be me and you. I never really thought it through, but I won't stop searching for you. The leaves are turning brown. I'm still looking for you. The snow is falling down. I'm still searching for you. I never thought it through. Always thought it would be me and you. I never really thought it through, but I won't stop searching for you.
Both the T90Q and TF8Q have active noise cancellation and ambient sound mode, sometimes called transparency mode. You won't get the eerie silence of high-end over-ear headphones, but the ANC is still quite effective, especially if you're also playing back music. In a coffee shop, I can play background music while I'm working at a very low volume, and background noise is far less distracting. And the ambient sound mode works very well with two modes, a general listening mode and a conversation mode, which will pick out voices more clearly. This ambient mode is a particularly useful feature for running or cycling, where you need to hear what's going on around you. The noise cancellation is different for both sets of earbuds, but I think that's partly to do with fit. I can't really say one is superior to the other, but I did find wind noise a little more apparent running with the T90Q compared to the TF8Q. Again, you can have a listen for yourselves with a simulated journey on the London Tube. LG make various claims about the fit of these earbuds, and I have to say they do feel very secure and comfortable in my ears. Even the T90Q, which aren't specifically designed for exercise, were very secure in my ears running. They still have an IPX4 water resistance rating and cope fine with sweat. The TF8Q do provide some additional security with their fins, which lock them in place in your ear with a slight forward rotation. And not only are they sweat resistant, they can also be washed clean under a running tap with their IP67 waterproof rating. I also found their touch controls worked a little better on a sweaty run. Both earbuds charging cases have UVnano technology, which uses a built-in UV LED light to try and reduce bacteria build-up on the earbuds' ear tips and speaker mesh. I really have no way of confirming how well this works, but it does feel somewhat reassuring. By default, the UVnano will activate when the earbuds are charging in their case and takes around 10 minutes. If you have UVnano always on in the TONE Free app, as I discussed earlier, UVnano will function whenever you close the lid with the earbuds inside, so long as the charging case has over 40% charge. So not just while you're charging the case with a USB-C cable. The T90Q uses 3 noise cancelling microphones for calls, and the TF8Q uses 2, and call quality was good. This is how the LG TONE T90Q earbuds sound without any background noise. And this is how they sound with the noise of the coffee shop in the background. This is how the LG TONE TF8Q earbuds sound without any background noise. And here's how they sound with the noise of the coffee shop in the background. I'm not sure how often I'd use it, but the T90Q also has a whispering mode, again in the TONE Free app under TONE Free Lab. It turns the right earbud into a highly sensitive microphone. Just enable the feature and hold the right earbud close to your mouth to try it out. This is a microphone test with whispering mode enabled in the TONE Free Lab section of the TONE Free app. It's always hard with earbuds to accurately measure battery life, but I've no reason to question LG's claims. I've been using them a lot these last few weeks, mostly with either ANC or ambient sound mode on, and I've only had to charge their case a few times. Both earbuds support Bluetooth 5.3 and didn't have any issues with range in my testing. And there was very little audio lag watching YouTube videos and Netflix, apart from when using the plug and wireless mode. Both the TONE Free T90Q and the TONE Free Fit TF8 have good sound quality, battery life and active noise cancellation. They both felt very secure in my ears, but if you need a pair specifically for sport, the TF8Q with the extra security of the silicone fin and the IP67 waterproof rating may be the better option. And they have slightly longer battery life. They should also come in a little cheaper than the T90Q. You can check the current prices down below in the description. The T90Q do sound better to my ears, have Dolby Atmos support, wireless charging, and personally I prefer their look, although some might prefer the slightly more discreet in-ear design of the TF8Q. Both earbuds also have the clever plug and wireless option, and probably the most useful feature if you use your earbuds with multiple devices, the multi-point setting, that lets you seamlessly switch between those devices. I would prefer a separate pairing button on the case, and I hope LG can fix the audio lag with the plug and wireless feature in a firmware update. But I'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you think of these earbuds? Which ones would you go for? Let me know down below. And as always, if you have any questions, please ask. I read every comment and will do my best to respond. I do hope you found this video useful. Please like the video if you did. I'm releasing videos every week on the latest technology and how to get the most out of it, so please make sure you subscribe. and don't forget to tap the bell icon if you want to get notified as soon as a new video gets uploaded. Thanks for watching.